Everybody. So in the last video, we blitzed through Respell's built-in steps, and in this video, we're going to cover how to work with integrations and connect and disconnect your linked integration accounts. So of course, building workflows without integrations isn't terribly useful for a lot of the use cases that you have. So I'm in my dashboard again. I'm going to go to demos, and I'm going to create a new spell. And the first thing I'm going to do is select a trigger. Now, triggers are one place where you're going to connect an integration. I'm going to choose Slack for this demo. And as soon as I select which app I'm doing, then I have a Slack connection dialog here asking me to connect. So I've already connected my Slack account, but if you haven't, when you click this, it's going to open up a pop-up modal, going to log in, choose your workspace, and then you're good to go. You come back here and you are connected. And it's going to look like this. It says connected to person's account. Now, keep in mind that right now, integrations are user specific. So if you create a spell and then you share it with your teammates, it's going to go through your account. So make sure that's what you want to do. Team-wide accounts is going to come in the future. But for now, if you have any sensitive data or you want to connect to someone else's account, make sure you're setting it up correctly and you ask them to integrate their account for you. So once I do this, and I just say new Slack message, then I can select a channel. I'm not going to for now. Maybe I want to run on all channels. But you can see that there's a few outputs that I can now use as variables inside of my spell. So I have the message, the thread ID, the channel name, and the sender name as well. So naturally, I might do some work in here. Maybe I'll generate a response to that Slack message based on the message there or the person. And I want to send it back to Slack. So I'm going to then add a new step, and I'm going to search for Slack. And yeah, I want to send a message. So click that. Nice. Okay. And I have to put in my content. So maybe I'll just echo the message back to them. This would be your response or whatever you want to do in the normal spell. But in this case, I'm just going to just mirror what they said. And then I have to select a channel. So I'm going to say this is going to be the channel name that the original message came from. So you see here that this was a dropdown where I had an option of any of the channel names that I had in my workspace, but I decided to use a variable instead because I already know that from the trigger. And then I can also reply to that specific message if I wanted to, where I could say, this is the thread ID, always respond to the thread that the message came in from. All right, that's pretty much it. Now, one thing you'll notice is at the top, when I connect to Slack, it's already connected. So when I connect an integration inside of a spell, it's always going to just reuse that connection. And you can disconnect it right there and then reconnect it again. And then I might need to fill in some variables if I disconnect it, like I'd have to set this back in again, because every time you connect it, we reload all of those options. Now, let me just show you also. So I have a couple channel names here that are from our workspace, but if I select or I choose the refresh fields right here, then if I added a new channel in the last few minutes and Respell wasn't picking up on it, you can always just refresh it right there. So I'm going to set that back and then we're good to go. And that's pretty much working with integration accounts. Whenever you see that dialog to connect your account, then just make sure that's done. It'll show, like if I disconnect this, it'll show as a red outline. So you know that something's wrong and need to go in and connect it again. Now I need to connect this again. I keep doing that. Now, to see what integrations that you're connected to as your Respell account, then you can always go back to your user settings. So if I go back and I go to settings and I go to linked accounts right here, then I can see all of the accounts that I have connected. So in this case, I've got my linear Airtable. I can connect and disconnect them from here as well. So that is pretty much it for integrations. We have quite a few already, but everybody's tech stack is different. So we base our integration roadmap on what you need. So we always love to hear what services you'd like us to support. You can either type in our in-app chat to request an integration right here, or go to our Slack community, and there's a request channel specifically for integration, feature, converter, all kinds of requests. And with that, I will see you next video.